Okay, now it's
Uh,
live.
okay, we are live. Hello and welcome. So I have Taiki here with me. Taiki, I actually know about Taiki a long time before I met him. I think the last time we met in person was in KL about a year ago, right?
Yeah. A year ago, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So our friends from Burger Lab actually managed to bring him over to Malaysia to did a demo. Will you call it a demo?
It's like a pop-up.
Yeah,
Pop-up,
it's a
yeah.
yeah. So
Mm.
for those who do not know, I think your initial claim to fame is basically the fact that you had this like omakase style burger that you were only serving a limited amount of people, and
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
I was here in Malaysia. I was like, okay, I need to make my time to go there, and like as soon as I saw the Burger Lab thing, I'm like, okay, done, so tell me about that, and also tell me about what you're working on now before we start.
What I'm working on now, I have two projects. The first one is called banh mi and cheese,
Mhm.
which is the
You can
same
show your picture.
recipe. Yeah, this one, the smiley face here. I'm not sure you can see it.
I
Yeah.
can see it.
So
Yeah.
this is banh mi and cheese, and we use the same recipe that we used back in 2018 Homburg.
Mm,
And the other project is called Homburg itself, which
mm.
I think you guys probably know this. And I've got new venue, new space up and running, and it's a fully functioned kitchen. And I think it's going to be operated in January 2021. Yeah. Maybe some of you
Uh,
guys have purchased the voucher during the COVID time back in April, so you guys can use it. And I'm going to be sending the reservation link to you guys. And for those who haven't purchased the vouchers, I think I would post all the details about reservation on our Facebook page. Yeah.
I was very hesitant to buy the voucher, but I know our friends in Bangkok have already bought it. I
Yeah,
know a
yeah,
couple of
yeah.
them have already bought that. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm so hesitant because at the same time I want to travel, but yeah, we're stuck. So uh,
Yeah.
that's the thing. What's different with Homburg now and Homburg, the new version of Homburg? What's different?
I think it's all about the technique and it's all about the ideas that I have gained over 2 years. So back then it was 2018. I just started cooking, and I mean seriously, as a burger focused. But now 2 year has passed. I think I have gained more knowledges, meeting new people, good chefs, reading good books, watching more videos. I mean, basically, like I am upgraded now, so I want to show people like how good I am, how crazy my burger can be. Yeah, so I use the technique called cryo fry. Basically, so
Ooh,
we cook the patties with the wood and charcoal. So we basically smoke it until it reaches to the medium, and then we put it in the liquid nitrogen, which is the minus 196 degrees Celsius, and then for about 30 seconds, and then we put it in the deep fryer, which is the plus 200 C. So it's like you don't have the gray band like the overcooked band, the like that people don't want to see it, you know. So when you cut it in half, it's like pink all the way through, like edge to edge. And
oh
the good thing is
wow.
that I can cook more burgers at a time, and it's more precise. For example, my style of the new Homburg, I cook 4 burgers and I cut in half, so 8 people can have it at the same time. So it's not like one by one and then 4 burgers a night like 2 years ago anymore. Yeah, yeah.
Uh, so so I know I know from our conversation and stuff like that, and seeing your posting, you are really passionate about food. Like, do you know how to cook before that? Like before Homburg?
Yeah, I did. I started cooking, I mean, for myself and then for leaving 2014. That was the time I was in the States. I had
So
I
that's
had to
when,
cook myself, and the environment forces me to cook myself. The food in the restaurant was too expensive. I couldn't afford it. Even like pad thai, it was like 14, $50 back then. And then yeah, I had no choice.
And you actually work in a burger store, right? At that point of time.
Was in what? Sorry.
You work in a burger store when over in the States when you're back in the States.
It's a sushi conveyor belt.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
yeah. And then I was working as a dishwasher and then the cook helper. Yeah. So basically, I try to choose the jobs that they don't let me go back home when the restaurant is low in the business. It's like if you are the waiter and then 3 p.m. there's no customers, to one of you have to go back home, kind of that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
I want to work like full hour, 8 hours long, 10 hours long, and dishwasher you can leave them to get home. Yeah, so I chose dishwasher, cook helper, and you need it. You need them. Yeah,
so
so that
this
was
show
my yeah. Mm.
so this show is really about the some life changing food and like so Taiki, like what are some of the life changing food that you actually had that make me hungry?
You mean any kind of food?
Yeah.
So I sell burger. I have to talk about burger first.
Let's go.
Yeah,
So
and I think
which
a lot
burgers?
of people, a lot of people might want to know about the burgers I love. So I was in the West Coast in the States. I haven't been to the East Coast, which I have a long list of the burger joints I want to go. But on the West Coast, I would say is Plan Check. You can Google it. It's in LA. Yeah,
Yeah,
Plan Check.
plancha.
Yeah,
Yes,
like
plancha.
PLANCHECK, Plan Check. And then they have the signature burger called PCB Burger, and I love how clever they are. The first thing they use the ketchup leather. Maybe you guys probably have seen the video from a year or two that this restaurant they use the ketchup. They make their own ketchup and then they put it in the oven to dehydrate it at the very low temperature for about 3 or 4 hours. So what you get is a big sheet of the tomato ketchup and then they cut it into square and then put it on the bottom bun. The good thing is that it prevents the juice from the patty to soak up on the bottom bun. That's super clever. And then when the patty is very hot, it's gonna turn the ketchup into liquid state again. Yeah, that was the first thing. And the second thing is the cheese. They use the blend. I don't remember exactly what they put in the cheese, but I think they have the Parmesan Reggiano in there. They have the cheddar, and they have the maybe Gruyere, and then they use the dashi stock as the medium to bind all the three or maybe four different types of cheese together, and then they use the sodium citrate or maybe something else. But in my recipe, I use sodium citrate, which is I think it's a sort of a citric acid. It's gonna
Oh, yeah.
bind the fat molecule and then the water molecule together. So when you melt the cheese, all the different types of cheese do not separate. Yeah, and then I just love how clever they are. And they also have I think the umami burger.
Mommy
Have you heard
burger.
of this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, but it was a long time ago. The clever thing about them is they try to use all the natural ingredients like tomato, mushroom, soy sauce, and so many different things, and then they try to put it in the powder form, and then they put together with salt, and then they put it in the shaker, and then they put it on the burger patties, and also they make the tomato concentrate and mushroom ketchup and all that. Yeah, so these two from LA are very like top burger joints for me back in 2014. But after 2014, I haven't been back to the States. I don't know how they are. I don't know the quality. It's gonna go up or down. Yeah, it's just a good memory about having good food back then. Mm.
how do you discover about them? Like who introduced you? Did someone recommend, or was that something that you found online that you had to go?
Yeah, it was like that. It was something I found online because I was the first time to San Francisco to LA, so I had to choose on the Google which burger joints are the top ones, and then I planned the trip, and then I plan to visit all of them. Yeah, it was easy
Yeah,
like that. Yeah,
Umami burger is really fantastic. Was wondering, do you ever got a chance to go and try Slater 50/50?
50/50.
Yeah, so
No, no, I haven't.
it's a 50% beef and 50% bacon patty blend. Actually, that's one of my favorite burger.
Ah, no, I
Yeah, so
haven't had that one.
I really like that.
Mm.
I also like Emily over in
So
New
they
York.
ground the bacon inside, right? So it's like the
Yeah,
whole bacon, and then they ground together with the beef.
yes, correct.
Oh, oh,
It's like, oh
that
my God,
sounds
every
really
time
good. Super fatty.
it is, but every time I think about it, it's like, oh my God, that's I try to replicate it. I could not get that bacon is not overpowering in terms of the saltiness, and
Right, right, right.
for some reason it just works, and it wasn't too like fatty or something that when you eat you feel you feel like you're over bloated, but it was just nice. Like I cannot explain that how they made it. Yeah,
Mm, mm, mm,
yeah.
mm.
How
Oh, interesting. Eh,
how about the East Coast actually? Like you were based in the East Coast. Like what were the burgers that inspire you?
the burger that inspires me. Mm, yeah, I've got one. It's called the Brinder Room I think
Okay,
it's in the East Village. Yeah. So they just do very easy and simple burger. So they got the bun, the meat, the cheese, caramelized onion. That's all. Oh,
wow.
the good thing is that they cook the patties in the cast iron pan, which I don't really normally see the burger joints in the States they do, because they cook the burgers on the flat top, right? And
Yeah.
this store they use the hot cast iron pan, and then they cook on one side maybe 2 minutes, and then they put in the oven to cook a little bit further, and then they take it out. They put it on the gas again, and then they throw in the caramelized onion and the cheese, and the moisture from the caramelized onion will evaporate, and then they put the other pan on top of the pan that is on the gas already to steam.
Okay. Oh
Yeah, yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Okay.
That's yeah. So use the moisture from the caramelized onion that has been evaporated to steam the cheese to melt the cheese down. So yeah,
Okay.
that's a very clever. And then some of them, it would be. I think I watched a lot of videos from Pat Frida. I think they
Mhm.
are the meat purveyor, and they are very famous in New York City. And then they send all the beef product, the steak, the patties to a lot of restaurants around New York, and I want to try it. I want to know how it tastes like, and I personally love the flavor of the Angus beef. So
Mhm.
I think it's going to be a very good thing, especially when you eat it with the burgers. The burger has a lot of toppings, the condiments, the vegetables, so it could dilute down the beefiness of the burger. Mm. In
So
Thailand, yeah, 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 yeah. Just please go.
go ahead. I was going to ask like how do you describe your perfect burger? You were about to go there in terms of that.
I try to think about the meat or the sourcing where though these guys get the beef from. Which it's the same thing in Thailand. When I want to get the good products, I try to ask around the restaurants in Bangkok, where do you get the beef from, and even though like if they are steakhouse, if they are the burger shops, and then we are good friends of them, so we can share the suppliers among of us. But same thing when I want to search the information online, especially on the states. I think it's and there are so many information about this country. I think you can search anything you want on Google, and yeah, finally I found the what's that the name again? I've just forgot. Pat
The supplier.
LaFrida. Yeah, Pat
Better, yeah.
LaFrida. Yeah, they have the documentary of this meat per year. I think they are super famous. Super famous. Yeah. Hmm. So it's not that difficult, and the good thing is I can see the process, how they grind the beef, how they cut the beef, and then how they store the aging, it's aging chamber. Yeah,
Oh my God, this
super
is just
interesting. I
thinking.
want to visit that.
I do miss it. I do miss actually going back to New York and having good burger joints. Like yeah, as I was mentioning, Emily is one of my favorite. It's over in Brooklyn, so they have
Yeah.
like they have a pretzel, and then their secret sauce is actually a combination of gochujang, sriracha mayo, and like burnt mustard seed. It's like
Burnt
that
mustard
sauce.
seed.
Yeah, so it's like I think it's like tossed mustard seed. So they have the
Yeah,
oil
yeah.
together with gochujang. So Korean gochujang.
Oh,
Syrup.
is that the pizzeria, right?
Yeah, the pizzeria.
Oh, yeah,
My
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah. I want to
I
try that one too.
I like that a lot. Like my friend recommended it as a
Oh, you
pizza
have
place.
tried that. Wow. I'm envious you now. I really want
But
to try that one.
that I did
Mm-mm.
not know about it until my friend told me about it. It's like, oh really? I was like, yeah, that's such a good burger. That's really, really, really good actually. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
how
yeah.
do you like a burger? How do you like a burger? Do you like the smash? Do you like smash burger? Do you like it more like pub style juicy because there's so many different type of variation over it? Like, do you have a personal favorite? Like something that you just like to eat?
Can you come again? Maybe the signal is not good for me.
No, but do you have a type of burger that you like a smash burger, or do you like something like the pub style where it's like a few pounds of meat instead of smash,
Mm.
or do you like the New Jersey slider? I feel like I'm going on like random a whole bunch of burgers and stuff like that.
I mean, I love all types of burger, and I was in Bellingham, and the big city right there is Seattle. And there's this
Mm,
like small store in Seattle called Dick's. Yeah,
mm.
so they just serve like fast food style, but it's just very good. You know, when you are drunk, like late night, and you just go to that shop, and it's really easy and really simple. It's like I don't know, it's like McDonald's, like all that kind of range, but I feel like it is way better. Yeah, Dick's White Castle. Yeah, White
All
Castle.
right.
White Castle is good. Smash Burger. Mm, which one I have tried? Smash Burger. I think Shake Shack, but I haven't
Yes.
tried it on the East Coast. I tried it around the Asian countries, like in Korea,
Okay.
in Japan, in Singapore. Yeah, yeah. Shake Shack is
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
Section
yeah,
is
yeah.
good.
Different, totally different styles than any other burger joints they're doing right now. Yeah, and it's
Uh,
getting more famous in Thailand as well. I mean, Smash Burger. Hmm.
Shake Shack has a very interesting thing that I didn't know. Basically, what they have is basically the bun is not fully cut to the whole thing.
Oh
So there's
yeah, yeah, yeah,
actually
yeah.
yeah, there's I did not know that. I was like, oh really? Like
Yeah, that's super clever. That's like prevent from the juice from leaking out, and yeah, that's very clever. And the good thing they put the whole burger up like this to show the
yeah,
people like, oh, there's a bun, the vegetables, the tomato, the cheese patty, and I'm afraid like the juice gonna leak out to the package, and then it's gonna soak everything up. But yeah, that's so clever. They don't cut it all the way. Yeah.
someone mentioned about someone actually on our stream was mentioning, have you tried the Metiza platter? Which I'm not familiar with it actually.
Which one? Maddie?
Will search for it. I don't know what is it Metiza platter. So let me
No, I
quickly.
don't know about that too.
Never mind. Well, don't worry about that. So,
Yeah, yeah.
besides burger, like what, if this is if there's what I guess if I ask you if the last food you're gonna eat on Earth before you fly off, it's probably gonna be burger. But like besides that, what will it be?
I would say definitely not gonna be a burger. You know, 'Cause I
Oh,
work with
really?
it. It's like my life right now. It was my hobby, but now it's like my life. But I would say I don't want to eat burger to the rest of my life because I've half Japanese and Thai. So my dad's
Mhm.
Japanese and my mom's Thai. But you know, a lot of friends they come to my house and then they feel like oh they can eat like Japanese food back then because my mom cooked a lot. And for me, Japanese food has been a big part of my life. And people will say like, oh, I know a lot of Japanese food, and then I am a big a Japanese food lover, but actually I'm
Mhm.
not because like I get bored eating a lot of that since the young age. But there are only two things that I still love, which is the ramen and the Japanese curry. Yeah, only two things. So I don't go to omakase sushi, like sushi thing, shabu shabu rarely. Yeah. And think about Japanese food, I feel like I don't feel special with it. Yeah, but only the Japanese curry and ramen. And I
We-
have one shop in Bangkok to recommend to you guys. Yeah, which I love and have been eating since like more than 20 years, and then they've been around more than 30 years. And I think still up to this day, it's still a place for Japanese.
Okay.
Which a lot of Thais do not know about this place. It's called Brochet,
Okay.
BrochetE. It's in Sukhumvit 39. If you guys have a chance, you go check it out. And it's on the third floor. Yeah. So basically,
Okay.
this building is called Fuji Supermarket, which they import a lot of stuff from Japan, and it's like the second Japan in Bangkok. If you go to this place, you get everything. Yeah, so basically like the household, kitchen thing, the seasoning stuff, and a lot of things more from Japan. Yeah, and then they have
What?
like the sick. Hmm?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then they have the. I think they had 4 stories. Yeah, maybe 3 or 4 stories. But then they have like the Japanese restaurants that sell the golf equipment, and they have the bookstores. They have like the restaurants and different things. Yeah, and then a lot of places they've been there for a couple of years, and then they get out, and then the new one comes. But this bro shop's still there. Yeah, for more than 30 years, I think. And then they sell
So,
very good.
what do you eat there? Like, what do you order there?
I ordered the cusset, what's that? Pork
Curry
cutlet?
cutlet? Pork
Yeah,
cutlet?
yeah,
Okay.
curry cusset, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Curry
So
cutlet.
that's my favorite one. And then the good thing is I feel like the curry for me, I have like two styles. I love both. I cannot decide which one I love the most. There's a like fruity base. They have the fruit in
Mhm.
there. Like they put the
Yeah.
apples, the some kind of sweetened stuff, the chocolate, and a lot of maybe grapes, and I don't know what they put in there. And then the other thing is the heavy curry, like a spice base, and there's like thick dark. I love both types. How about you?
I,
You
I,
like
I like
which
the
one?
I like the second one. Actually, I like so I love coco curry a lot.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Like
yeah.
coco curry is my go-to. They recently closed down in Malaysia, so I don't have a coco curry nearby. But yeah,
Ah,
I love the spicy one. I like it dark, spicy. It's almost like a stew. It is a stew anyway.
oh yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
stew.
yeah. It
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Hmm.
I love those. Those are probably the fruity one. I haven't actually had much. But I like it spicy. Like coco curry, usually I end up ordering the most spicy level. So
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah
Hmm. So
I think
that place is more like a thick, the thick sauce base, and then
mm,
the more spice. Yeah, and if you love that type of curry, I think you would love it. Yeah, so the spice didn't hold back, and I mean the consistency is not too runny, but at the same time it's not too thick. And then the rice is like always on point. I don't know how they cook the rice, but I feel the Japanese rice, the grain of it, when you chew it, and then the curry is like it's coating around the rice, and then you eat the crispy pork cutlet. Oh, it's like you are in heaven.
oh my god.
I've never felt disappointed with this place before. Yeah, I've been going like countless times, and then this place is always like satisfying myself. I would say, bro, chat. You guys should go check it out. Yeah, yeah.
You mentioned ramen just now. I recently became a ramen convert, so I didn't like ramen before before 2018, I think. Yeah. So then 2019, I did my first ramen trip in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Earlier this year, 2020, we managed to do a second ramen trip to the Kansai region. Is there any particular ramen that you like any style or any particular shop?
Oh, I like various styles. We can start with a very easy one like Hachiban ramen. You guys have Hachiban ramen in Malaysia?
No, we have this Ichiban ramen actually. I don't think the Hachiban
Oh,
is the same thing.
yeah, yeah, it's a different one. Hachiban ramen has the signature. Um, I don't know what to call it, but it's like they have the number 8 on it,
Yeah,
and
the
it's
Hachi,
like
Hachi is it. Yeah.
yeah. I think it's Naruto. I don't know in English. It's
Uh,
Naruto.
oh yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
yeah.
It's
Anyway, they
Naruto.
have one as a signature, and then I mean the price is like very cheap. And my favorite one is the shashu ramen. Now
Mhm.
I think the price is like maybe $1 30 cents USD. Yeah, it's that cheap, you know. It's like, you know, when you were kids and then you are in Thailand, I think you have at least once to try this ramen. And yeah, it's not up to like the high standard of the ramen, but I mean the consistency, the standard has never been dropped down. Every time I go there, I feel like the sauce, the broth is gonna taste the same, the texture of the noodles is gonna be the same, and the gyoza and everything is so good. It's so good. Yeah,
Funnily,
that's
this
the
is
one the cheap choice.
funnily this is
What?
actually in my it's in my to go list in Bangkok. I have not tried it.
Yeah.
I
If you
I
haven't, yeah,
I, I, I don't
yeah, I
recognize the
can tell
name. I
you,
saw
it's
the
like
logos.
right. But I mean, it's not like the fancy ramen, but it's like always good and then always satisfied to me, and then the price is cheap, and then you can find it in the department stores like in Siam, in the Central World, and yeah, I think they have the branch in Central World, but if they do not, then you can just Google it where they are now. Yeah, so that's the Hachiban ramen for me. I've been eating it since I was a kid. When up to these days, it's not the fanciest ramen shop, but it always satisfies me. And then the second thing, which a little bit more expensive than the Hachiban ramen, is around Tonglaw. I think they have so many branches, and they call it Nanase ramen. Yeah.
Okay.
So when we consider about the price, they are quite cheap. They are quite cheap, and then they are specialized for the chicken stock, which I don't
Mhm.
know how they do it, but the stock is very creamy, very rich, chickeny. Yeah, and it's like almost like white broth. And
So
then
so
you have a
it's
sip.
called it's called Ji Bai Tang. Essentially it's like a chicken white broth basically. So it's like a tonkatsu. It's like a tonkatsu but chicken.
Yeah. So I think they have the bones and everything in the collagen that has been reduced down and everything. So it has a creamy texture and also rich at the same time. And then you can choose the level of the noodles, how tough or how soft you want to eat. And then yeah, that's a most um I mean, it's like the thing that I always think about this shop, and it's the broth. The broth is so good, but sometimes you might feel it's too rich. Then you have to switch to the tom yum, tom yum nanase ramen or something they have. But then they try to like a little mix with the Thai culture. Probably they don't know that their broth is too rich for Thais, so they put some tom yum stuff in there, the galanga, the chilies and mushroom and all that. Yeah, and then that can cut through the greasiness from the broth really well. Yeah, so that's the nanase ramen, which still in the cheap range, maybe $2, $2 USD,
Mhm.
or maybe three
Uh,
three starts from the $3 USD. Mm.
I can't remember which one that our friend April actually brought me to, but
Yeah.
it's actually where is it? It's actually near the platinum more
Oh,
no,
okay.
sorry,
It's like
yeah,
Platinum. Platinum.
platinum, yeah, yeah. I can't remember what's that place
Mm,
called.
it was
Yeah,
it
but
good?
it's good. But the one that I really want to go in Bangkok right now is this one called Mancho Tokyo. Have you been there?
Yeah, Mancho Tokyo is good. Yeah. I'm about to say that Mancho Tokyo is like the higher level of the ramen shop that I love. I mean, the broth itself is really good. I mean, it's like very simple, very easy, but it has like the complexity in there. I think Japanese cuisine they mastered of the broth and the other stuffings. They have the dried what's that katsuobushi. Yeah, you know that,
Katsuobushi.
right? Yeah, katsuobushi, and they have the kombu kelp, and they have the mushroom in there, and I think it's so good, and the perfect all these elements in there, and then Mencho Tokyo, they have like so many different toppings, and yeah, if you want a little like fancy ramen, and then I think this is the place to go. Yeah, it's
So
like yeah,
I
the toppings they have like the brisket. Yeah, sometimes they offer the brisket on top of that, and if you are like a caviar fan, maybe you would love it, but I'm not.
they I went to, so we went to the Mensho the Hongdae in Tokyo. So
Hmm.
Shono-san, who's his Instagram handle, I think is a ramen creator. So
Yeah.
he's a mad scientist over with ramen. So he will do a lot of experiment to figure out like different broth, how to do that. I think
Mm-mm-mm.
one of my friend's favorite is actually their sukemen, but it's like duck broth sukemen. It like
Ooh.
it's so and so good. And
Oh,
when,
that broth. I'm trying to
and
think about how good it would be. That broth.
imagine the fattiness of the duck, and it's like thick gravy, and you dip the noodle in it, and you slurp it. Oh my god, that is really good. I'm
Oh.
not a, I'm not a duck fan, and that is so good. Like it's really something else.
Mm.
Um, when he opened Mancho in Bangkok, actually he spent a bit time over in Bangkok to try to learn local food. So he will
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
incorporate that. So I don't know what was the result of it because I didn't had a chance to go when the last time I was
Yeah. Mencho
there.
Mencho Tokyo is a good one. Um, oh, there's one place. That's one place. But this one is not really like Japanese style. It's called Chim Ramen.
Okay,
Shim Chim Ramen, and they
okay.
have the shrimp based broth. Yeah,
Oh, that
yeah.
is
Which is
that.
yeah, it's rarely found right in a ramen shop. Basically, they use a chicken or maybe pork, but this guy he uses the shrimp. And then the flavor is a little bit like fusion, maybe Thai style base. And I feel like this place is very special. And then maybe you want to go it occasionally. And I still recommend you guys if you feel like you want to eat like a little like alternative way to enjoy ramen, like not like traditional chicken stock or the pork broth and all that. Shrimp ramen is the place to go. Yeah.
I've seen the photo. It looks very nice.
Yeah,
Hey,
Shin
so
Ramen. And then some of things they're very good too. They're doing good fried rice and then wrap in the some type of leaf. Yeah, so good too.
So,
Mm.
so like you're based in Bangkok, and Thai food is well known around the world. What are your favorite Thai food? Where do you eat?
Where do I eat? Different types of food, or maybe you specific to me, or just what I enjoy.
Yeah, what would be like if I'm in Bangkok for only like a couple of hours? What's one thing that I should just go
Mm,
besides
which
going
one
to
you should
visit
go?
you? Of course, that should be the case. But yeah, like Thai food, like
I'm not sure if pad Thai is considered Thai food. Yeah,
Pad
but
Thai.
if I'm it's like because I have tried to find all the information about the history, and then the deeper I go, and I'm like, oh, maybe the pad Thai is not Thai. It's not Thai food. It's like
Oh,
it has different roots from China, and then some the seasonings, and then the sauce is different. I'm not really sure, but yeah. Up to date, if you consider pad Thai is Thai food, I would recommend you to go to Pad Thai Phai Tha.
Pad Thai, Phai Tha
Yeah,
Lo.
this place is yeah, my number one pad Thai. Yeah, Phai Tha means like the fire is going through the wok. It's like when you stir fry it, and then fire is all around. Yeah, the good thing about this place is the noodle itself. I think they offer two different types of noodles, or maybe one, but they have like the like crystal noodles. Is that a word? It's like
Uh,
you can
glass
see through it. Yeah,
glass
glass
noodle, right?
noodles. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe that one. Yeah, which is thinner and smaller than the regular pad Thai noodles. And then you get the sticky texture of it. And oh, one thing that will come to you before you even have the first bite is the smoky. Sorry, the smoke.
It's so
Oh, sorry, the
it's so
smoky
smoky
smell.
that you are coughing.
Yeah, it's super smoky. And then the whole thing, the tofu, the vegetables, and the sprout, and the protein they are serving there is also on point, because some of them they sous vide it, and then some of them they grilled it on the charcoal and all that. And the price is very friendly. It's like under 100 baht, under three bucks. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the owner, he also has the restaurant which got the one Michelin star, called Table 38.
Table
Yeah,
38. Okay.
yeah, Table
That
38. Yeah, so I can guarantee you the quality is gonna be the best. Yeah,
I
Pad Thai Phai Tha Lu.
I I feel like every time I do this show, I regret so much. It's like, why am I not in Bangkok, or why am I not there? And I'm hungry as fuck.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, for me, Michelin star is like hand goes
Yeah.
in hands in hand. Somebody might not really like it, but I think this guy, you can search his name, Andy Yang. Yeah, I think he has the restaurant in New York before, and then he's been in the Thai food is that environment for a really long time now. So he also knows a lot about the deep knowledge in I think it's like, what's that word? The molecular gastronomy, yeah,
Oh,
on the
wow.
very deep science level. But then, I mean, talking about only Thai is also very, very dedicated. And then I think his food has been, going through the thinking processes. Yeah, which I really love it.
I mean,
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you mentioned that when you mentioned sous vide in Pad Thai, I'm like, really?
yeah. He sous vide like the pork neck, and then he grills it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So try to get the best of the everything, The pad thai itself is also very good, even though you eat it without any toppings, without any protein toppings. It's also very good. But when you eat it with the proteins that they offer, it's amazing. Yeah, yeah. So
That
that's
that that
the that, that's the yeah that's the pad thai I like. And then which one you want to try else? Mm, let me think about it. Quite difficult to say.
it's quite,
Yeah,
that's why I like doing this, because it's like it's so like, okay, so I have a weird recommendation in Bangkok. It's actually
yeah.
Pace. Pace is
Pace.
Pace is
Oh, it's a Thai restaurant. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's a Thai restaurant. It's a
Mm-hmm.
modern Thai restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
So it's I think they were the only female chef in the top 50 Asian restaurant over there, and it's so good. Like when I went twice. It never disappoint. Like the food is a modern take on Thai food, so it's clean, it's nice, and it's not expensive. It's really really affordable. I think. I think we're talking about like 30, 40 USD like that for
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
sample cost, and it's so like it's one of those places that I like. I went because my friend was hyping about it. I'm like, okay, let's go, and so three of us went, and it was one of those places like took me by surprise.
yeah,
At
yeah,
least
yeah.
the last two times I went
Paste.
there.
Yeah, yeah. I almost forgot about this place. Paste. Yeah, because I have heard like most of the time it's like Nam. Yeah, you know Nam.
Yeah, they're a bit
Yeah, Nam
underrated.
is yeah, they've been underrated, and mm, if it's a Thai restaurant in this range, have you tried Son? Son
Swan
is
I
like
haven't
thousand Southern restaurant. Yeah, and then they got 2 stars. Yeah, for me it's good. It's really good. Yeah, and then I've been dreaming about their food from time to time, especially dessert. Dessert part is, oh my god, because I personally I'm not a big fan of dessert, but
tried.
the dessert is like amazing. They could open the new shop only for the dessert. It's like
What,
Thai
what's
dessert.
what's the dessert actually? Like, what do they serve?
They focus on the southern food, so they take everything from the south, like savory dishes, the dessert dishes, and then one of my favorite is they serve the ice cream, the tofu ice cream with the in Malaysia, I don't know what you call it, but it's like the dough fried, and then they have like two stick
Uh,
together.
youtiao. We call it youtiao chak kueh.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
yeah, that thing, that's served with that thing, and then they have the salted honey, the salty honey, which is salty by itself,
Mhm.
as the honey from the flower that has been that has grown near the coast, and then it sucks all the salty water, and then breathing all to the whole to the whole flower. So it actually tastes salty by itself. It's like the salty caramel. Yeah, it's very very interesting. And then the
This
tofu
sounds
ice
so.
cream is like super light. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, they're super clever about the dessert. This is like my favorite one still in my dream.
I,
Yeah,
I,
and then
I,
yeah, you just go for it.
no, no, go ahead, please.
And then the other dish, I think they're good, and then most people talk about is it's called ganchu which is like yeah, it's like the crab the I mean this one the arms
The,
are the
the pincer
yeah.
of the crab. Okay.
Yeah, kind of this, and then they I think they polish it, or maybe they sous vide it, and then they serve at 2 degrees Celsius. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they
That's
have to they have to serve it at the very specific temperature, which is 2 degrees Celsius, and then with the seafood dipping inside, and then with the egg of the crab itself too. Yeah, it's so good, so good. It's super
true.
refreshing and very crunchy at the same time. Yeah,
I
I think you're
I
talking
have
about the temperature to serve food is super important as well. And when you serve it hot and then when you serve it cold, it gives you the different texture when you chew it.
yeah, I know that's
Yeah,
something that I
yeah.
never thought I would enjoy until I grew up. But Taiki, really appreciate you to share that. You are making me
My
super hungry.
pleasure.
You're making me super hungry. Haven't had
Yeah,
breakfast.
my pleasure.
Uh,
Yeah.
where can people actually find out more about your restaurant, what you're doing, what are your future experiments and projects? Like, where can people go and search for?
We always post the information on our Facebook page, both
Mm,
banh mi and cheese and Homburg. Yeah, so
mm,
that's gonna be the I would say it's not the only channel that you guys can talk to us, but it's the only channel that we post all the information on, because IG we only for the Homburg IG we only post the pictures of the customers who have been to dine in with us. We don't really
mm.
post any information on that. And meat and cheese, yes, we sometimes post the information and then some pictures too. So just go at Facebook. I think it's the best way. And then I am the one who talks to everyone on Facebook. I am the admin. So if you guys want to talk to me, maybe it's not about the burger. Just feel free to chat. Yeah, I'll be answering all your questions. Yeah, if it's about the technique, the cooking technique, you guys want to know, I am very happy to share. Yeah, if it
That,
helps you to cook a good burger or the good food or anything, like if it could help, then I would be very happy to.
thank you very much, Taiki. Really appreciate
Yeah,
that.
pleasure,
Hope to
pleasure,
see.
Daniel. Thank you for having me.
It's so fun, and I hope to see you soon. You take care, man. Stay safe.
Yeah. Please come. Peace.
Peace, man. Cheers.